Dear students, in this module we will try to get an understanding with regard to role of United Nations systems in the field of population. Through this module we will be able to understand about the UN Population Commission, various units of United Nations that are involved in population related matters, the kind of contribution made by UN agencies in the field of population, and specifically we will also try to understand about population commission and population division of the United Nations, main activities of population division and selected publications of population division, and then also try to get insights into United Nations Population Fund and its activities besides its publications. The United Nations since its inception has been actively involved in the field of population. The United Nations Population Commission was established by Economic and Social Council way back in 1946. Let us understand about UN Population Commission. The UN Population Commission is a subsidiary body. Its mandate is to carry out studies, to advise the Council on size, structure and changes in the world population, advise on policies designed to influence the population variables, and also provide advice and information about interactions between demographic, social and economic factors. Let us look into the activities of United Nations. In United Nations, more than 20 units, bodies and organizations of the UN system are actively involved in population activities, and these activities include data collection, research and analysis, training, dissemination of information, providing technical cooperation and financial assistance. Continuing on the activities of United Nations bodies related to population, monitoring and evaluation of the population projects and programs, providing secretariat services to intergovernmental bodies, and all these activities by different units of United Nations system are carried out in response to various requests made by the intergovernmental bodies of the United Nations. Special mention should be made here about the General Assembly and Economic and Social Council. For instance, the Economic and Social Council receives reports in the field of population, and these reports mainly come from Population Commission and Executive Board of United Nations Development Program UNDP and United Nations Population Fund known as UNFPA. Let us look into the various units of the UN system that are involved in population related activities. To start with, the UN regional commissions. Each region has one commission. These commissions at the regional level are involved in population related activities. There are also some functional commissions such as Statistics Commission, Women and Social Development Commission, like that. Then we have UNICEF, United Nations Children's Fund. We also have United Nations Center for Human Settlements, Habitat, they are all actively involved in population activities. Then continuing on that, we have United Nations Environment Program, UNEP, Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, and even other units also report to the Economic and Social Council on population related matters. What is the kind of contribution of UN agencies in the field of population? Perhaps population is one of the field where UN has been successful. We all know that population is a very highly sensitive and controversial issue. In spite of that, UN has been successful in handling such a sensitive and controversial subject like population. And then UN has so far served as a neutral forum or platform to debate openly very highly sensitive and controversial issues relating to population, and to negotiate and come out with common strategies to address the population related issues faced by various countries. Let us continue the contribution of UN agencies. This contribution is through research and analysis, and as an outcome of the research and analysis carried out, UN has been able to accomplish pioneering work in the development of new methodologies for demographic analysis. Besides its contribution in creating awareness about the key role that population variables play in social and economic development. UN's activities in technical cooperation and financial assistance, these two broad activities and the contribution in these two broad activities have been appreciated by several developing countries because of two factors. Number one, the neutral character of multilateral assistance, and then the quality of services provided. These two factors have led to lot of appreciation from the developing countries. And then perhaps population has been one area where effective coordination has been demonstrated within the UN system. It is all visible for anyone to observe. And then when we talk about major entities within the UN system that are involved actively in population related aspects, one should think of two major entities. In fact, these two major entities of UN system are completely devoted to population activities. One is the Population Division of Department for Economic and Social Information and Policy Analysis of the UN Secretariat, and then the second one is United Nations Fund for Population Activities, UN Population Fund, UNFPA. And then these two organizations maintain strong relationships, and they also collaborate in a large number of areas and activities related to population field. These two agencies or organizations contributed immensely in preparation of population conference of 1984 as well as 1994. Besides these two major entities of UN system, that are actively involved in population and related activities, we also have several other UN units that are undertaking population activities. These include the Statistical Division of Department for Economic and Social Information and Policy Analysis, Social Development Division and Division for Advancement of Women, Department for Policy Coordination and Sustainable Development. Regional Commission also undertake research, studies and other population related activities at the respective regions. We have regions for Southeast Asia, of Southern Africa, like that. These regional commissions will take population related activities including research in the respective regions. Let us now talk about Population Commission. The Population Commission was established in 1946 by the Economic and Social Council of the UN through its resolution number 3, and the terms of reference for the Population Commission were set out in 1948 through the resolutions of the Economic and Social Council. The terms of reference indicates that they need to arrange for studies and advise the Council on size and structure of population, besides changes that are taking place in size and structure of population. Let us continue with the discussion on Population Commission. The Population Commission's mandate also includes providing information on interplay of demographic factors and economic and social factors. The policies designed to influence size and structure of the population and the changes that are taking place, information on this, advice on this is also expected from the Population Commission. And then the Population Commission is also expected to provide any other demographic information. They have to answer any questions relating to population. These questions may come from the principal or subsidiary organs of the United Nations systems, or these questions may sometimes come from specialized agencies that are seeking advice from the UN concerning population factors. The Population Commission provides information, advice and updates on all these matters related to population from time to time. Of course, the terms of reference provided to the Population Commission remained almost unchanged till 1974 World Population Conference. In 1974, Economic and Social Council of the UN requested the Population Commission to examine on a regular basis about implementation of the World Population Plan of Action and provide a critical review and appraisal of the same. After the 1984 Population Conference, the Economic and Social Council of the UN reaffirmed about the role of the Population Commission. The role envisaged by the Council was as the principal intergovernmental body to arrange for studies and advise the Council on population matters. And then the Commission is also expected to guide regarding the work program of the Population Division, and earlier it used to provide guidance to the regional commissions as well. Since 1986, the Population Commission has received periodic reports from UNFPA as well as reports on population activities of the UN systems. These include World Bank reports as well, and the reports from intergovernmental and non-governmental organizations. In 1947, now we are talking about the population division. In 1947, the Population Commission had its first session, and it recommended that Economic and Social Council instruct the Secretary General of the UN to initiate steps to ensure that sufficient qualified staff were provided to implement proposals of the Commission. And then in response to that, Population Division was established in 1947 within the then Department of Social Affairs of the UN Secretariat. Now, the Population Division is one of the 3 divisions of Department for Economic and Social Information and Policy Analysis. Let us look into the main activities of Population Division. The Population Division of UN is the Technical Secretariat of Population Commission, and Population Division is in charge of monitoring the world population trends and policies. This is done through study of mortality, fertility, internal and international migration and urbanization, besides other demographic phenomena. What are the main activities of Population Division? Let us continue the discussion on that. Coordinating, review and appraisal of the progress made in terms of achieving the goals and objectives of the plan of action. And then the Population Division also prepares official UN population estimates and projections for various countries at the national level, besides projections at urban and rural areas, and also projections for major cities for all the countries and areas of the world. Let us continue the discussion on main activities of Population Division. The Population Division examines the relationship between population change, resources, environment and socio-economic development, besides participating in technical cooperation activities related to population. The Population Division also houses the coordinating unit of Global Population Information Network (POPIN) that provides information about population related data and research and studies carried out. Let us now look at the major publications of Population Division. The major publications of Population Division start with World Population Trends and Policies. It is a monitoring report that monitors the population trends and policies for all the member countries. And then the World Population Prospects, which presents official population estimates and projections of the UN. The third major publication of Population Division is Review and Appraisals of World Population Plan of Action and Population Bulletin of UN. The other publications of Population Division include technical manuals, research reports and policy analysis. The Population Division of UN also develops and disseminates software for population and statistical analysis and maintains the database of population. Now, let us try to understand about the UN Population Fund. In 1965, Population Commission of the UN recommended to the Economic and Social Council to have an expanded population program so as to include the assistance in the field of population. In response to that, in July 1967, the Secretary General of the UN decided to establish a trust fund. This was in response to the Council's resolution and the resolution of the General Assembly as well. 2 years later, fund was put under administration of UNDP. In 1972, the General Assembly of UN followed the recommendation from Secretary General and decided to change the character of the fund from a trust fund of Secretary General to a fund established under the authority of General Assembly. The UNFPA so far received cumulative voluntary pledge of over $3 billion that was used in developing countries at their request. UNFPA currently finances more than 90% of the population program of the UN systems, excluding the World Bank. The aims of UN Population Fund were set out by the Economic and Social Council in 1973 and they were reaffirmed in 1986. And the aims and purpose of UNFPA include to build up on an international basis with competent bodies of UN system knowledge and capacity to respond to national, regional, interregional and global needs in population and family planning fields, to promote coordination in planning and programming and to cooperate with all the concerned. Continuing on the aims of UN Population Fund, one of the aims include promoting awareness both in developed and in developing countries about social, economic and environmental implications of national and international population problems, awareness about human rights aspects of family planning and awareness about possible strategies to deal with them in accordance with the plans and priorities of each country. Continuing on the aims of UNFPA, UNFPA is also expected to extend systematic and sustained assistance to developing countries on their request, so as enabling them to deal with their population problems. Such assistance will be in the forms and by means of requested by the recipient countries and best suited to meet the individual country's needs. UNFPA is also mandated to play a leading role in UN systems in promoting population programs and coordinate projects that are supported by the fund. And then what kind of assistance has been provided by UN Population Fund? UNFPA supports population programs in 137 countries and territories, and UNFPA has field offices headed by a country director in about 58 countries. Assistance at country level by UNFPA is provided as part of a country program. The country program of the UNFPA defines objectives and strategy for UNFPA assistance in framework of national population and development objectives. Let us now look into the publications of UN Population Fund. Of course, here we have listed some selected major publications of the UN Population Fund, and these include the state of world population on an annual basis, inventory of population projects in developing countries around the world, it again is annual basis, and then guide to source of international population assistance, this is triennial basis, and then other publications of UNFPA include Global Population Assistance Report, POPLI 10 issues per year, PRSD reports, evaluation reports, program advisory notes, and other technical publications. So far in this manual we looked into the kind of role played by UN agencies in the field of population. Namely, we talked about the population division, we talked about the UN Population Fund, also known as UNFPA, the kind of support provided by the UN agencies and several units of UN system in propagating research on population matters, disseminating research on population matters, and making available the guidance on population matters to the respective member countries. And besides these activities, the UN system units and UN system agencies are actively involved in publications related to population in terms of various manuals, various reports, various review reports, various appraisals, etc. All these publications are rich source of data and information about the population and related matters, be it population projections or population policies or population issues or the kind of strategies that need to be adopted to address the population related issues in a country. All this information is available through the publications of UN. Besides, the UNFPA also provides financial support to various countries to address the population related issues, so that the population related issues are addressed by the respective governments with financial and technical assistance from UNFPA and other UN agencies. We also looked into the kind of integration that is there in various UN agencies such as UNDP, UNFPA, UNICEF, etc. So, this module has provided us rich information about the UN systems and then the contribution the UN system and its units have played in the field of population. Thank you.